Hi, this is Ralph from Rosa Pearly Stage joining you today with Wasteland update. So unfortunately, we have another update on climate change catastrophes that are happening. We have an update on droughts in East Africa, where rivers are drying up, where actually a water cycle of rains have not fallen. This is something very catastrophic for the area. Unfortunately, we have images of animals dying. So I'm bringing you this report of Wasteland, and basically what it is that at the beginning of creation, or the beginning of the life of the earth as we know it, excuse my language today, the earth was covered in water. It was surfaceless, volcanic ash, cataclysmic dust, and basically unsustainable um, to life. So basically, where did life come from out of this uh, situation that the earth was in? When did we hear the first voice, the first quirp, the first sound? Me, hello. Well, actually, it did happen because we are here on this planet. But unfortunately, we're headed to a situation where climate change is rendering the planet unlivable in many areas. In the West, we have many fires. We're having flooding in many areas. This year, in 2022, there have been too many deaths, up to 1,000, in flooding or more in Belgium, Europe, in the Eastern Asian areas, the Southern Asian areas. And most recently, we've had droughts, drying of rivers in Europe, in the US, and now in East Africa, we have animals dying, children displaced, 7 million living in hunger. So, what does this mean? It means that things are happening at such a fast rate. um, at the beginning of the summer, we heard of drought reports. However, lo and behold, we did not realize that these things would take such a drastic course at the end of the summer, or by the end of the summer. So, what can we look forward to? Unfortunately, we know that these things are happening so fast. They're so elusive that you look, and next thing you know, there's a change in your area where you live in. There's drought, rivers are drying, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to expect. And also in the West, some areas are now depending on bottled water. So we want to be vigilant. As individuals, we want to understand our responsibility to reduce emissions of carbon. Each individual can be responsible for this. We know the GDP affects our emission levels around the world, and that's fossil fuel, automobile emissions as well. So, do we see a change? No, we're not seeing it. We need to act fast. However, as the planet is approaching a state where life is unsustainable, the ecosystem and the oceans are dying, um, rivers are drying up, flooding in places where you would not imagine, action packed flooding in subways where people are suffocating with waters up to their necks and hoping and waiting to be rescued. We're fast approaching a state where we may either need to move from our area or be ready to move quickly due to catastrophe. So we'll talk about that next up. But this actually is not hopeless. We are relying on faith at this point, the same faith it took for the planet to be created um, from the ground up, or life could be to be created from the ground up on this planet. Thank you for joining me with Wasteland Update. Have a great day.